Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, I'm going to teach you guys how to get started with the game chess. So, first piece we're going to talk about are called the pawns. There's 8 of them on the board when you start the game. They look like that. And here is how they move. They can either move 2 steps, just like that, or they can move 1 step. So, the thing is, they can only move 2 steps when they are starting off from the second row, which you can see because it says 2 right here. So they can, when you start off, you can either move there or there. But after you move 2 steps, you can only move 1 step. And you can only move 2 steps when you're starting from this file. So next piece is called... Let's clear the board and reset it. The next piece is called the bishop. Here's what they look like. They basically have a little round tip and they're kind of pointy. So, thing with bishops is they can only move diagonal like this. For example, these are all the places that this bishop can go. They can move diagonally and they can move anywhere on the board unless it's a place like going forward, going there. They can only move diagonally. So, next piece is called the knight. Here's what they look like, just like that. And knights are actually one of my favorite pieces because they move in a very peculiar way. So how they move is just like that, in the letter L. So 3 squares and then 1 to the side. So 3 squares forward and 1 to the side. For example, these are all the places the knight can move right now. Here's one of them. Here's another. Here's another. Here's another. And as you can see, the knight can move to so many places, because as long as it follows the pattern of an L. Same thing with the other one. They're both the same. They can move to the same way, only like that. Now, next piece is called the rooks. Rooks are very valuable pieces, and they can move only forward in a straight line like this. Or here, here, but they can't move diagonally or in the shape of an L. The only piece that can do that is the knight. Now, the next and probably one of the second most important piece of the game is called the queen. The queen can do so many things because it can not only move diagonal like the bishop over here, but it can also move. Sorry about that. Let's go back. And what the queen can do is she can not only move like that bishop, but she can move diagonal and in a straight line. So she basically has the qualities of a rook and a bishop combined, like this. Now, that's kind of it. So let's get our new rook, clear the board, reset it, and there we go. So now I'm going to talk about how many points each piece is worth. The pawns, all of them are worth 1 point each. That's easy to remember because they're little and short like that. So the rooks are both worth 5 points each. Then the knights and bishops, so the knights are worth 3 points each, as well as the bishops, who are also worth 3 points each. So these pieces are called minor pieces because they're worth 3 points. So if we review that one more time, the pawns are 1 point, the rook is 5 points, and the knights and bishops are 3 points. So the next piece is the queen. The queen is very important. She is worth 9 points. So if you're wondering how much this piece is worth, this piece is the king. The king is the most important piece in the game. It can only move one square at a time like that. It cannot move there. It cannot move there. It can only move one at a time, just like this. Any way, just one way at a time. So now it's not worth any amount of points. It's actually worth the game. So how you win this game is with checks and checkmates. So let's clear the board, and I'm going to give you an example of a checkmate. See if you can guess why that is checkmate. The king is being attacked, and he cannot move anywhere that will stop him from being attacked. Because remember, he can only move one piece at a time. So the object of this game is to do checkmate with the king, which is like this. Another example of checkmate would be, let's clear that board, and another example would be this. So as you can see, the king cannot move anywhere to stop him from being attacked, and he can't take the queen, because if he takes the queen, then he can't take the queen. Because because as you know, a king can never ever be right next to a king. Because then, of course, the king is going to take your king. And besides, it's an illegal move, so chess.com will not let you do that move. So that's another checkmate, and another one would be, let's clear that board, and another checkmate would be maybe here. So let's do it with a rook, and here, and last piece here. That is checkmate, because the king cannot move anywhere. He can't move here or here because the rook is there, and he can't move here, here, or here because then he'll be next to the king. So that's checkmate. So checks are moves that are attacking the king, but basically the king can move to different spots. So, for example, this right here would be a check because the king can move here, or here, or here. It's simply attacking. So that's it for this basic chess tutorial. Stay tuned for the next chess tutorial where I'm going to teach you all about pins, skewers, and so many more things, okay? Subscribe to this channel and leave a like for more content. Bye!